think Amazon's got a big secret. I want to go over it in this video. What is Amazon up to and what is their next big move? I think they are exploiting a weakness in another entity, and it actually is very relevant to talking about capitalism, being a libertarian, and I want to go over that in this video. So, what is Amazon up to? I guess the first thing I need to say is I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not to be taken as financial advice or fact in any way, shape, or form, just my opinion. What I think Amazon is up to, just to get to the point, I think that they are trying to replace the Postal Service. And I don't mean that in a light way. And I'm going to go into detail on just how big this could be and how much it makes sense. I'm a capitalist. I'm a libertarian. I believe in free market capitalism. That's what I stand for. So when Amazon is, using tactics to get wildly ahead of its competition, there's a large part of me that goes, right on, that's competition. Now they're getting so big at this point. There's a difference between competition and monopolies. And, that's a subject for a different conversation. But the largest thing that I see Amazon doing right now, I don't know about you, but have you noticed these upgraded kind of UPS looking cars that they have now? First, it started out as these kind of like lower end vans, and they still got some of those. But lately, I'm seeing these really well-made new cars Amazon's driving around. And they have the Amazon logo on them, free marketing on these cars, right? But it gets a lot deeper than that. I mean, how many of us have used the Postal Service? I use them quite a bit, USPS. They have been driving around the same, I want to say golf cart since I was a kid. I'm I'm in my late 20s. And I remember when I was a kid, when I was 12, I remember seeing these golf carts in the same one. And I'm like, wow, at some point you'd think that they would upgrade that and put some more, something, tech savvy in there. What's the difference now is these Amazon drivers. I don't know if you've looked into this when you order from Amazon, but you can see when they're getting close to you. It'll say, deliver between 2:15 p.m. and 4:15 p.m. and around 2:15, you can actually track the driver, and it says 9 stops away, and you can literally sit there. And I'm like, why has the USPS not done this yet? Like, how brilliant is this? I'm going to use them, even if I like. It's cheaper to use Amazon than a lot of other companies, but if this other company has to use USPS, and I don't get the ability to watch my package come down the street, I want to use Amazon. So this is like a little tactical thing that they do where sometimes it's not even only about having the price advantage, which they seem to be winning there as well, but having a service that is so much more easy to use, trustworthy, and being on the up and up with tech. And it seems like such a simple solution that USPS should have done 5 years ago. Having a driver take a photo of where they left the package, notifying you, shooting you an email right away that they left a package for you. There's so much talk about package theft going on. This is a big breakthrough, the things that Amazon is doing with, their upgrades on the delivery process. So it's like, let me get this straight. You have the best platform for sellers to have commerce, right? Then you have the warehouse, which you ship from yourself in your own cars, and your tech is way ahead of the competitions to the point where you can actually tell them a more approximate time on when their package is going to be delivered. It's brilliant, and it's efficient, and it's everything the Postal Service is not. So why even bring this up? I'm sure a lot of people might be watching this and go, oh, we all notice that these cars, are Amazon cars now, and they used to use the Postal Service. I think that they legitimately overwhelmed the Postal Service, which they did in the past, learned all of their flaws, and decided we're not only going to fix their flaws, we're going to make a much better delivery service than the Postal Service. I mean, think about a very, very easy, ripe industry to disrupt. There's a reason why FedEx and UPS exists when the Postal Service used to do it all. Why do we need, private companies to be in the Postal Service? Well, because the one that is government controlled is terrible. And that says a lot. It says a lot. They're underpaid. They have the latest of the latest tech. I'm pretty sure they use a dial-up computer from 1992 at my postal office. More than once, I have been to the postal office and they have literally looked down on their computers and gone, oh, the computer's slow. Yeah, the computer's slow today. Oh, the computer's slow today. It's like, at some point, they have to either be replaced or just, outright fail. They are so bad at their job. Not the postal workers. They're doing the best they can. But the people in charge, the executives or whatever, the postmasters, whatever the entity is on top, the reason why this goes back to how I feel about socialism and how I feel about the government being in charge of monetary policies and all of these things. Money gets wasted. It's not about competition. It's about individuals who don't make the right decision with the capital because there's no incentives for them. Amazon is trying to be the best. They're competing, so they're innovating. Why do we have iPhones that are supercomputers in our pocket? I've said this a lot in my videos. Why do we have an iPhone for only $1,000? I know some people will say $1,000 is a lot. Not for this. Not for this. You go back 20 years and you put this in somebody's hand just 20 years ago, and they would go, "This is from aliens, right? Where did you get this? It has a camera better than anything on the market, and it's connected to a touchscreen thing with high-speed internet and social media." What's social media? Literally just 20 years ago. Remember, this would be 2001. YouTube didn't even exist until 2007, I believe. The iPhone didn't come out until 2007 as well. Just makes you realize just how rapid technology is moving and just how stuck in the mud something like the Postal Service is. Why is that? Because there's no incentive there. That is not about capitalism there. With Amazon, it's about capitalism. They want to be number one. With Apple, it's about capitalism. Why does Nokia not exist anymore? Because at Apple, they won. Why is this a way better device than Nokia ever came out with? Because competition, and they wanted to win. Steve Jobs wanted to win, so he came out with a superior product. The market said, yes, this product is superior. This product is superior. They win. Apple is a huge trillion-dollar company, multi-trillion-dollar company, I believe now. That's why I'm so big on capitalism. If there was the reason I wanted to specifically bring up this thing that Amazon is doing here, I don't see it as a small thing at all. I see it as a huge, huge power play, not only at the Postal Service, but also at UPS and FedEx as well. They are going to control everything. Now, then we're getting into conversations with monopolies and all of that, and that's not what this video is about. But I think that Amazon's biggest move is what's right in front of us. And we all see it. We all see the cars going down the road. But do we look at it in detail on just how dramatically ahead of the competition it really is? Because as you're looking at your latest package coming to your door, you're thinking, wait a minute, I don't remember getting packages delivered on Sundays, but Amazon does now. Interesting. All of these different aspects, and I don't remember getting packages at like 9 o'clock at night. There's going to eventually, if I had like a theory or a prediction, I think Amazon is going to eventually get it so quick to get they have all the statistics. So they see within each, they're looking at people like a statistic in a way, because say you know, this many people order batteries in this specific area. So this warehouse, we should stock this much batteries. They sell their own Amazon batteries. You know, this many people order this exact kind of food. You got to remember they bought at Whole Foods. So now they're starting to get into the food game. It's like they can see all the statistics and then load their warehouses close by on what that area buys. They can see all of that. It's so much deeper than, you know, stocking shelves of the grocery store and how much stuff got sold. Okay, that's such an old-fashioned way about going about things. They can see it on an analytical level like nothing before. And so now that they own the warehouse and the shipping, It's like people might get stuff delivered at midnight in the future. They might have their own kind of Uber drivers in a way for Amazon that work at all different times. This is something that's such a breakthrough to be in control of deliveries that I don't think it's right in front of us, but we're not looking at it in more detail. But furthermore, it just shows how terrible the government is at getting anything done. That's the truth. Go into a USPS, see what's going on over there. They're using computers from 1992, dial-up. Just joking, probably not, but you get the point. They're so far behind everything. And it's like the littlest things that they could fix. Like, why are your tracking numbers 50 characters long? You understand that there's more than numbers, right, USPS? Like, you know how FedEx and them, they'll shorten it and they'll use just regular, they'll change the characters up in there. You know there's different characters than numbers, right, USPS? Oh, wait, you don't have any incentives to grow. There's no reason for you to want to compete. That's what happens in socialism. And I'm not saying that's what we have. I'm not saying, I'm not going to get into that right now. But when you have a government-ran entity, it's so eye-opening to realize just how much better the private companies perform because they have incentives to grow and to make money and to beat their competition. That's what it's all about. That's the things I wanted to talk about in this video. I think that we are all greatly overlooking just how big it is to own the warehouse, own the platform, own the warehouse, own the distribution. And then not only when you own the distribution, you control the time on when things are delivered. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm getting packages way later at night, way later than USPS ever would because they get off work. This is government employees. They have, their codes, that they have to go by. They don't work at 9 o'clock at night usually. So these types of things that are happening with Amazon and delivering on Sundays, all of these kind of things, it's just a matter of time before they capitalize even more on that. And the timelines on things getting delivered is going, a lot of stuff's like next morning. It's insane. Not only that, but on Amazon, they'll tell you, okay, you have 3 hours until it's too late to get this by tomorrow. So if you order this within 3 hours, you will get it tomorrow. But if you wait after 3 hours, you're going to have to wait 2 days. And then you offer the prime, like all of these different things with Amazon. It's just wild. I just wish their stock wasn't valued in dollars. That's how I feel about it. I have a lot of other things I'm looking at close with Amazon that I think is their next move in regards to crypto and those types of things. I think Amazon eventually adopts crypto or comes out with their own token. I really do think that's in the near future. That's another thing for another video. But this specifically, I want to talk about what I think is the largest thing, the largest disruptor that Amazon is up to. And it really is disrupting the Postal Service. And what a sitting duck the Postal Service is. What a sitting duck. They're so easy to disrupt. They don't even, they don't give you any updates on your packages like they do at Amazon. Nothing like that. Their service is so far behind. So Amazon really is raising the stakes. And this is something that if I was at eBay, if I was at a different company than my own, I would be looking at them and going, interesting. Do we have deliveries, guys? If I was at eBay specifically, I'd be asking all the executives like, oh, we're relying on our user base to handle shipping themselves. Who are they using for shipping? Oh, USPS. Wait a minute. Our competitor, Amazon, owns their distribution, owns their delivery cars and the employees who are doing the deliveries and have way better technology than the entities that our consumers here at eBay are forced to use. That is a huge, huge power play by Amazon. And I would stress to look at it in a much more, a much deeper level than just on the surface of going, oh, wow, they're using their own cars now. These cars are upgrading quick. And their timelines are getting shorter and shorter on their deliveries. They're up to some big stuff at Amazon. And honestly, I wouldn't bet against them. I just wish their stock wasn't overvalued in dollars because I would be a buyer then. Anyway, that's the video. That's just a random thought on my mind today. I wanted to talk about is kind of the secret move of Amazon and how relevant it is to the conversations that we talk about on this channel, which is, about free market capitalism, about fair competition, and it's hard to say that because there's a lot of different things in regards to fair competition. Some people are ahead of others. Amazon obviously is starting to be more of a monopoly at this point, but it really is telling that the government and government-controlled entities waste capital, they are inefficient, and they have no real incentive to not be that way. So they continue to be what they are. They continue to use, glorified golf carts from 1942. That's what they do. And that's what they will continue to do when they are in charge of monetary policies. That's everything I wanted to say in this video. Thank you so much for being here. If you see some value in my videos, would really, really appreciate it if you throw a like. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And please do post a comment down below on what you think. Maybe there's some things I missed out on. Give me some video ideas. Give me some things that, I could be wrong about. I would really appreciate a conversation below so we can all kind of learn about this subject. And if you would like to be subscribed to the channel, please do click the red subscribe button for more videos similar to this one. Have a great rest of your day. See you at the next video.